Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is War 9 of Season 46, and today, again, we have Chee'ilth, Cap, Sam, and Hulk. Got another hazard shift fight, so that's why we're bringing Hulk in, and yeah, it's gonna be a good one. I'm really happy with this war. So we're starting off on Path 5 with Photon and Havok there, then Path 1, Doom and Joe. On the minis, we have this Void and the Titania, and then we're taking the right side of Boss Island there with Storm and Scorpion. So this first fight is an interesting one. I don't think I'd have assigned it myself if Photon was duped, but having seen how well this goes, spoilers, it goes well, I think I'd probably try it. Even if Photon was duped, I think Chee'ilth can manage it. This fight is all about managing Photon's pure light form. So you're going to see me knock her down or push her into pure light at very specific times. There's probably two situations that you're looking for. The first is when, and this is the most ideal one, when she's at 10 charges and on low power. If that happens, you can knock her down and you can just spend the rest of that bar of power. So while she's under 1 bar, you can spend the rest of that time just waiting out. And I think that's the one that we managed first here. But if she ends up around 10 and she's still got a bar of power, or very close to a bar of power, you can let her dash back and hit into her block. That will trigger the pure light manually, and yeah, you can deal with it that way. So here we get a special out of her. We go up to 12, we throw a special which gets up to 13, and now you see here we have this entire bar of power where we can just chill, we can just not push her to the next bar, and we can deal with it safely. So the reason Chee'ilth is so good for this node is that she benefits a lot from the fury that you get when you knock down. But because my Chee'ilth is awakened, whenever we fail to apply bleed, Photon's bleed immune, we gain a crit passive, which you can see them on the left hand side there. It's 5 at the moment, now 6. And as we just finish off that fight, we get a massive crit rating. And you'll notice throughout that fight, we were just critting so much. And this is only a SIG 20. So you see how smoothly that fight goes. I'd love to try it with an awakened Photon. I think Chee'ilth is a very, very good Photon counter, and we didn't even use the Tranquilize there. So next up we have this Havok on Ebb and Flow Knockdown. Sam is really perfect for this node. He's a Havok counter, but he can also parry non-contact hits or projectiles when you have an armor up. So you just need to get one opening and you need to get a few armors, and then from there, like you see there, we can parry in heavy to knock him down. So now I just need to get my locked on up. We go for it and dash back the whole block there. Havok throws a heavy, we go again and we get it. Parry him, go back in, and we knock him down with a special 2. Luckily it lines up perfectly with Ebb and Flow Knockdown, and we get the fury right back up. That wasn't planned, I'd love to say it was. It just happened to turn out that timing. So I'm going for the kill here. I think I've got enough damage, so we go for a combo and we go for a striker. Protection comes back, which kind of ruins this, but we go for a special 1 knockdown and just bait out this last special 2, go back in, and 1 medium does it. So yeah, 50 seconds there for an ascended 6-star Havok. Not too bad. Next up we have this Doom, and it might not seem like Chee'ilth is a great Doom counter, but she actually counters most of what he does. The main thing about Doom is obviously his crazy armor and crit resist. You don't need to worry about it if most of your damage comes from bleed, so you're just going to see him completely bleed out, and this is an ascended Doom. The next thing you need to worry about is his aura, and that comes with 2 risks. The first is obviously if he nullifies something, he applies a shock debuff to you, and that can be very annoying when he Doom slaps. Luckily Chee'ilth has her cleansers to deal with that. We don't get nullified in this fight, but if we had, we would have cleansed it, not had to deal with the Doom slap at all. And then the last thing his aura does is if you throw a heavy or a special into it, he'll resist and then heavy attack you, which is annoying. But Chee'ilth's grit passive actually counters this because it counts as him going unstoppable, and the grit passive counters unstoppable. And just as I've explained why Chee'ilth is good for the fight's over. That was 30-something seconds, 36 seconds. And yeah, Chee'ilth just completely mowed through that fight. Next up, Joe Fixit on this buffet node. In this fight, I need to watch out for him going unblockable. I will usually have a steadfast, but it's something I need to watch out for. When he gets too many regens, he can go unblockable. I'm hoping that the fight is over by then, so I'm just going to focus on getting my taunt up, as we see here, going for some intercepts, letting him throw special 1 if he wants to. If not, I'll push him to special 2, that's fine. We get it out of him here, and we go back for this intercept here, and I'm pretty sure it felt like the timing, my light attack would have connected there, but we take a combo, and now we need to get up and intercept again. So I go, and I'm trying to bait out this special, and he goes for it there. And here, I make a little mistake. I probably should have gone for an intercept here, but I go for a special 2 instead, and I notice that the taunt is falling off during the special, so I hold block straight away. And now I see that there's just enough time for me to go into a combo, go into the relic, and then I had another combo and another special after that. So we're in a pretty safe spot. I just needed to be really aware of that taunt running out, because if I hadn't spotted that, we would have eaten a special 1. I believe I had Tranquilize and 10 cleanses up at the time, so the bleeds would have done nothing, they would have all been shrugged, but you never really want to be eating an unblockable special regardless, so just something we had to watch out for. Next up is this Void. I've taken this fight a few times. This is a rank 2 7-star this time, so a little bit more tanky. We're still punching down though, benefits of having a rank 3. So I think at the start of this fight, I do dex a couple times, and then I realise that I probably shouldn't be dexing. The other thing is, here I go for 2 double mediums, which I really shouldn't have. I should have gone for the taunt straight away. We were lucky there that Void actually played into us. And yeah, here we dex, and I realised that I probably shouldn't be dexing anymore, so I take the rest of the specials on block, because we just don't want to fuel them with Power Snack. We want to control this fight a little bit more. So yeah, as I said, we got lucky at the start of the fight with him going for that taunt. Should have played it a bit safer and just gone for an intercept straight away. But we're in a good position here. Void's most of the way down. We're just taking these specials on block, accepting a bit of block damage just to keep the fight safe. And now I know that we can go for the kill, so we go for the striker into a combo. And again, we have the special if it didn't kill there. So this next fight is a really, really risky one, and not one I would take again. It's Titania on Conflictor, Shock and Bleed, and it's with a champion who plays as many debuffs as Chee'ilth. It's a really tough one. I need the white mags pre-fight here. I don't think it's possible without, because I at least can prevent myself from applying debuffs. So if I don't use a special 1, which I don't want to anyway in this fight very much, I can parry and do 3 light attacks and go for an intercept that way. That is something that is very useful, and you'll see me do a lot in this fight. It's really risky because the taunt duration isn't long enough to really cope with how many specials are going to be thrown in this fight. So I'm going to be taking the tempo quite slowly. I'm making sure I have my taunt up. I know that I can dex a special 1 without the taunt if I need to, but really I just need that intercept, because the other part of the taunt is the taunt itself. It keeps her throwing specials, and if Titania gets a little bit passive in this fight, it can really, really go south very quickly. So I'm kind of only going for mediums when I have the taunt up. If I don't have the taunt up, I'm probably not going to want to apply a debuff, because Conflictor's probably going to take it to the next special. There we eat a nice special there, that's lovely to see. But I've also got to look for an opportunity to get my Tranquilize up, and here I know that I've just triggered Conflictor, so I have time to throw it. The Tranquilize is so useful in this fight. I was debating going for PS1 or Invuln. I ended up with Invuln because I thought I might end up eating a special 3. There we go for a special 1 intercept just to get the taunt up. I needed it. A little bit risky, but I felt the timing was right. But yeah, so I didn't go for PS1 because I wanted to be able to eat a special 3 if I needed to, and just for the safety if I needed to eat a special 1 or special 2. And as you saw earlier, it did help. The other thing here is that our cleansers are really struggling to keep up with the amount of debuffs. And that's mainly because, I mean, Hazard Shift obviously doesn't help, but the main annoyance is with how many specials Titania are throwing, and I haven't always had the right timing to be able to partially or even fully dex her special 1. And sometimes when she gets a special 2, like now, it just wipes out any cleanse that we do have. But here I just waited to see if she wanted to throw that one last special. She didn't, so I felt the fight was just about to get out of control for myself. So I went for the combo, I went for the striker, I went for another combo, and I just got my special 3 off just to take her that last few percents down. And yeah, I didn't feel in control of that fight pretty much at any point. I was felt like I could die momentarily. It did not feel good. So yeah, not one that I'd assign again, I don't think. It was a really tough one, and I hope I don't see it too often. But next up, we have a Storm on this power efficiency node, and I'm going to be taking it with Cap Sam, who is just the perfect counter for it. Firstly, he's tactic, so we can block all the specials as long as we have a taunt up. Secondly, we can block the specials even if we don't have a taunt up, because Cap Sam has his armor, which allows him to block mutant unblockable specials. The other part of this node is power efficiency. The taunt from the tactic is something that we really want up because it power drains him afterwards. And then the last thing is the Falter. So Storm has so many buffs expiring all the time that there's going to be a Falter on us a fair bit. So when Cap Sam is locked on, it means that we can ignore miss. He's a fantastic miss counter, really, really good. And yeah, it just means that when these buffs start to expire here, I dash back and I hold block, make sure that we get the locked on, and yeah, even if the Falter does apply, like here, we just throw the special and we can keep on hitting it. So I do push a little bit aggressively here because I know that I'm on close to my 25 sapped charges. We just fall short. I do go for the striker and into another combo, but we don't crit her quite enough to get it on. So they start falling off because we can no longer pause them. We're no longer in locked on. And because we're no longer locked on, I've got to focus on the miss again. So I'm just going to chill. I'm just going to wait out the cooldown of locked on. There's no need. The fight is completely in our control. We get locked on again, and we just go for a reparry into special 2, throw that, and it almost takes her down. We do have the power drain on her now, so I just need to bait out one more parry. We get it. We go in for a combo, and Storm goes down. So very, very safe fight against a 7-star. Last fight today is this Scorpion. We took it last war. So I'm going to be going for the same strategy. I'm going to be trying to get as much tempo as I can at the start of the fight. Hopefully he goes for my intercept. Hopefully he goes for throwing special straight away. Trying to get to 20 hits before his Scorpion sense goes online. However, I kind of do a bit of a mistake there. I should have done a full 5-hit combo, and that just kind of slows down my tempo. Add on the fact that he takes a second to throw this special, and we get one combo away, which if he'd gone for that special, or if I'd gone for my full combo at the start, we would have got it off. But it's no matter. I change up my strategy and I just go for the 1 hit. I'm hoping to just kind of take the rest of the fight down by just doing 1 hit, then throw my special, because Polka Dot Power brings our power back up all the way in between. But we bait out this heavy here. He goes for the evade. Doesn't punish us, luckily. But now I change up my strat. Scorpion sense is gone. I can just go for the kill. So we go for a combo. We go for our striker. And we go for our special 2, which finishes the fight. But yeah, this fight is all about changing up strategies depending on Scorpion sense. If it's up, I'm just going to go in and I'm going to tap him, then go for a special. Basically reduce the chance of him evading me by not hitting him as much. If he does then evade, I can go back to just hitting him normally and getting the tempo that does 50% of his health in about 15 seconds. So yeah, Chee'ilth is very good. But that brings this war to a close. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.